Emma was a kind and hard-working young woman living in London. She loved rainy days more than sunny ones. Every evening after work, she visited a small café near her apartment. It was her favorite place to relax, read books, and enjoy a cup of coffee. One rainy afternoon, she noticed a handsome young man sitting alone near the window. He was reading a novel and occasionally looking outside at the falling rain. Emma tried to focus on her own book, but she couldn't help glancing at him from time to time. She didn't know it yet, but this stranger was about to change her life forever. As Emma finished her coffee and prepared to leave, a folded letter slipped from her bag and fell onto the floor. The young man quickly picked it up. "Excuse me, I think this belongs to you," he said with a warm smile. Emma smiled back. "Thank you so much." For a moment, their eyes met. "My name is Daniel," he said. "Emma." It was only a brief conversation, but both of them felt something special. Over the next few weeks, Emma kept seeing Daniel at the same cafe. At first, they exchanged simple greetings. Then they began talking about books, movies, music, and travel. Soon, their conversations lasted for hours. Emma realized she looked forward to seeing Daniel every day. Daniel felt exactly the same way. Neither of them wanted to admit it, but they were slowly falling in love. One Saturday, Daniel invited Emma for a walk through the city. They laughed together, shared stories from their childhood, and discovered how much they had in common. As evening arrived, they sat beside the river watching the city lights reflect on the water. For the first time, Emma felt completely comfortable with someone. Daniel looked at her and thought, "She is the most amazing person I've ever met." A few days later, rain began falling heavily as they left the cafe together. They stood under a small shelter. Daniel looked nervous. "I need to tell you something," he said. Emma's heart raced. "I started coming to this cafe every day because I hoped I would see you." Emma smiled. "I kept coming for the same reason." Daniel gently held her hand. That night, beneath the falling rain, they shared their first kiss. Months passed, and their relationship became stronger. Then Daniel received an important job offer overseas. It was his dream opportunity. But accepting it meant leaving Emma behind. The news broke both of their hearts. "I don't want to lose you," Emma whispered. Daniel held her close. "You won't. No matter where I go, I'll always love you." Despite the distance, they promised to stay together. The following year was difficult. Daniel lived thousands of miles away, but he called Emma every day. They exchanged messages, photos, and handwritten letters. Whenever Emma missed him, she reread his letters. Whenever Daniel felt lonely, he looked at their pictures together. The distance tested their relationship, but it never weakened their love. Instead, it made them appreciate each other even more. 1 year later, Daniel returned to London. He invited Emma to the same cafe where they had first met. Rain was falling softly outside the window. Daniel reached into his pocket and took out a small ring box. He knelt down. "Emma, finding your letter was the luckiest moment of my life. Will you marry me?" Tears filled Emma's eyes. "Yes," she replied. The cafe burst into applause. As Daniel placed the ring on her finger, they knew this was not the end of their story. It was the beginning of forever.